the law. And it was really, it's not that much active nowadays, but it was really active and really strong for many months during 2006 mostly. So this is their website, which main objective was to inform the general public about the DRM. So the main tool for this was flash mobs. We did flash mobs into superstores selling CDs and DVDs, where at a blow of a whistle, everyone took his sign saying, "Oh, no, we don't want this, no," which allowed us to take very nice pictures that were scaring so much people from the musical industry. It was really delightful. And to give leaflets, flyers to people there to stand in front of the things. So this one says, "Control the reading of artworks is harmful to culture and reduce the fertility of the brain." You know, like the things on the cigarettes. And yeah, so we had lots of fun. And one big issue of this was to build images, strong images, such as this one, that could be used afterwards for articles, for fun, and so on. So this is in front of the Fnac, which is the biggest chain of cultural goods, as we may call them, Place de la Bastille. And so we had lots of fun. Most interesting was that we had such an encouraging welcome by the people themselves. When we gave the flyer to them, what is? You know, when you buy that CD and that you can't listen to it in your car player, "Oh yes, I know, that's so shit." Yeah, that's thanks to them. And they're passing this law right now that says that you can't, even if you bought the CD, listen to it in your car, because they don't want you to, "Oh really, oh you're right, go for it, yeah." And the most funny was that the people from the Fnac themselves, the sellers, came to us at some point after one of those flash mobs saying, "You're right, go ahead. Yeah, the clients keep coming and telling to us, 'Oh, it doesn't work, I don't understand, I got the iPod and the iThing and the iShit and the song don't go from..." And the sellers themselves were saying to them, "You're right." And they were saying, "Come again tomorrow, there will be some more people." And it was really funny. And so Richard Stallman himself made us the great honor to come at one of our flash mob, where for the occasion we had like 150 people. The full Fnac Montparnasse and its 3 floors were completely stormed by us. The 3 or 4 guys from the security were there like, "Please, could you slowly, nicely move along?" "No, we're taking photos," and "Please don't make photos." "Oh, okay, yeah, sorry." Yep. It was really, really funny. And it helped us in some way to understand that we were right. It helped us to understand how right we were about the nocivity of those DRM. And it gave on the outside world, in the politician and mediatic and whatever other point of view you may imagine, it made an image that it wasn't only a subject for technical geeks, but a subject for consumer, you know, the saint consumer, that was directly concerned about those things. So it showed basically that everyone cares about this, and that it's a subject that concerns everyone. So those flash mobs were organized simultaneously in many different cities of France. We said, like, this weekend there will be flash mobs across France. And people from secondary cities took the organization of some events, and we set up mailing lists for them, so everyone in their place could do the same. We gave the flyers and the signs. They could, of course, do theirs, but it was easier for them to have everything done before. And so, yeah, we had quite some impact and quite some articles in the press too. Oh, this is not that big, not as big as the one that has been in Berlin about data retention, but a protest we organized against DRM and that stupid law. And we organized it, April and Stop DRM and FSF France and many other friend associations. So here again, we had great fun, and we had the occasion to build images, such as this one. So Vivendi Universal is holding with chain this poor kid with, I read, a DVD with Linux. And yeah, so actually we had also the occasion to name some lobbyists of the music industry, and what they don't like, like vampires, what they hate the most is light. So seeing their name on sign of an angry mob, I think might have been one of the most oops moments of their existence. And this was fun. So this is the, oh, okay, so she lended music to a friend, so she had to break that shitty Microsoft DRM, so hey, basically she was sent to jail. Okay, so calling to boycott the major's products was also some quite interesting thing to do at this very moment. And some other action we did with Stop DRM that was, really fun too, was to give ourselves in to the police, saying, okay, hello, I bought this DVD today. Okay, the movie is Brazil, you might understand why. I used free software. I have the right to download and use and copy and all, to dump it on stupid mobile phone. What strange idea, said the cop to me. I said, yeah, I will never watch it on the phone, but it's just to explain to you that I can do it, and I might want it to do it, and I just did it, basically. So by doing it, I circumvented a technical protection measure. And if you read at this piece of law, Mr. Policeman, you will see that it is forbidden to circumvent any such crappy protection measure for any purpose, and to even possess the software that can do it, and et cetera, et cetera. So we were in 2 waves, 6 of us. The 6 of us had all the illegal acts you can commit around those DRM. One had written a software, translated the software, distributed the software, written a text saying how to use the software. Because in our version of the law, writing, publishing information about how to circumvent this shit is illegal too. Well, sorry, what? In Germany too. Oh, in Germany too. Okay, so we're brothers of stupid laws too. And so we turn ourselves in, saying, oh, okay, arrest us. This is fun. And we had a very nice paper from the police saying, okay, so you've been heard for things. They didn't understand most of what we said, but no, it's true, it's not their job. And the first reaction was, oh, don't you have something else to do? Because we have something else to do. And he was, really like typing with his 2 fingers very slowly, like, And when I told him, those CD you can play in your car, he said, oh yeah, this is so nasty. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Oh, okay, I understand. So his typing speed increased by 1 character a minute, which is a lot. But he was still a bit, reluctant to do so. And at some point, his superior entered the room, and he began sweating immediately. And the guy entered, looked at me, smiled at me, looked at the movie Brazil on the table, said, great movie. I said, yeah, great movie indeed. And he just went away. And then the policeman was so nice to me, and he typed 2 times faster, and then he typed every word I asked him to type in that report. So I used free software, which I'm allowed by the full freedom of the free software to copy, and blah, blah, blah. Everything was written. And so right now we are waiting. We're waiting. The justice takes some time, sometimes. And so either we'll be convicted of something, we'll be trialed, and it will be very fun, or not. And it will be very fun too, because it will demonstrate that this law is completely useless. So it's what we call in the business, a win-win situation. So what my pride on this action is that on the blog of Larry Lessig, all about Defective by Design, the FSF organization against DRM, Larry Lessig said, following the lead of the French anti-DRM activists, talking about us. And yeah, that's kind of rewarding. And I was quite proud of this one, so I had to show off, you know. And, okay, so now the battle for the DRM is almost over. The law was passed. Nobody cares anymore. And there are still very important issues for us. And we gain some political momentum. We can gain many contacts among the political people. And it's 2007, and there are very important elections, major elections in France. There's the presidential election, and there is a legislative election for the members of parliament. And we said, okay, we had to enter those campaigns. We had to make free software and what we might call digital freedom or freedom in a digital world to enter, to step in, to put the foot in the door in these campaigns. So this is basically what we did with the Candida.fr initiative, Candida meaning candidate, you would have guessed, which was a twofold campaign, as there was those two political campaigns. So this is the website by itself. And for the presidential elections, we built a very complex, precise, and cornering questionnaire. So 22 or 24, I don't know, 32, sorry, 32 questions about software patents, so-called technical protection measures, control measures, about YPO treaties, about interoperability, about the use of free software and open standards in the administration, and all the aspects that concerned us. We built the questions in a way that you can't just answer yes and no. You know, you had to take a strong position. Along with the questions was, of course, argumentations. We built cahiers, dossiers, small documents of 6 to 10 pages about all those topics. You know, lire l'argumentaire here is read the argumentation, because our aim was not just to get answers, but to make them work, and to make them work on those issues, and to make them have the right documents on those issues, to be a bit more aware of them. And we had there quite some success too, because out of the 12 declared candidates, 8 of them replied, 8 of them among which the 5 who had the highest number of votes. I think we can call this a success. So you probably don't know those very exotic people. Most of them have replied. The ones you know more are the Ségolène Royal and Nicolas Sarkozy there. The question all of you might be wondering right now is, so what were the replies of Nicolas Sarkozy? Actually, they were the worst ones, which is quite, this is what we expected. Actually, he played a major role in making the EU CD transposition to pass. He personally had phone calls from Jean-René Fourtou, the president of Vivendi Universal, asking him to make those amendments be voted as a chief of a political party, you know, like to control the votes of the deputies and things like that. So many candidates replied to us with 10 to 20 pages. We had 17 pages and 20 pages replies, where every question was addressed with an answer. His answers were 4 pages and were basically full of corporate mantra. Like, patents is good. And you got to protect the artists. And, okay, so anyway, we did it to put those issues and those topics into the campaigns, because, the press talked a bit about this. And then came the legislative election. So for the legislative election, the problem was a bit different, is that there were 6,000 candidates. I told you there are 577 members of the parliament, so that's about an average of 10 candidates per seat. And so, okay, we have 3 full-time paid employees now in April, but we would have needed maybe 20 of them to contact all of the candidates. So, as I told you, there's nothing more efficient than someone from the place where the people is elected calling and say, hey, I'm one of your electors. and I want to know blah blah. So what we had as an idea was to build